Usually I don't want to shove my nose into other people's business, but I just saw a video by
Oh, I'm
BigAl.
sorry. Did I say
How
usually I don't want to do that? I meant every time. Every time I want to do that. I live for doing that.
God. I know how much hate I'm gonna get for this, and I know how much hatred and
P-
skull
Please pay attention
crap
to
I'm
me.
gonna get for
Please,
this
Internet. Please pay attention to me. Subscribe, comment, rate.
crap, but today I'm gonna be defending tubers for a few, measly moments. And as you notice, I'm not screaming at the top of my lungs, going criminally insane, because I want to prove a point that I can actually do a commentary or a response or another video without screaming to the top of my lungs and pretty much destroying the fuck out of them. Al,
Translation.
you did make
Translation. The medication kicked in.
some good points, I will have to admit. The screaming is sort of obnoxious and idiotic, and he's sort of overblown the hypocrite part a little bit too seriously at some points. You didn't really mention that part. But all in all, the video had a few flaws over the successes. So here's what I'm going to point out.
Please
You,
allow me to spend the next 9 minutes explaining why you're fucking retarded. And I spent 10 seconds telling you what good points you had.
at
Clearly,
the
you
end of
can
the
see this
video,
video
you
is not
said
going to be
something to
biased.
the extent of why do you guys attack random DC? In fact, I do remember this quote. You stated something to the effect of it. It seems like you guys are saying like random DC fucked your dog in the ass, so as a revenge, you're just making all these hatred videos against him. He didn't do anything personal to you guys. Why are you attacking him? Well, I would agree with that point if it wasn't for one thing. What did I deserve to get hatred? What did Tuber deserve to get hatred? What did Chris Chan do to deserve hatred? I can understand that freaking AZAP kid, but what did these recolor artists do to get all this hatred and flaming and spamming? They didn't do anything personal. They didn't like fuck your dog in the ass or kill your mother or like shoot your father in the face. No, they just made a video that was against your opinion and you flamed the fuck out of them. And you're saying that it's not right to attack one of your friends, but it's perfectly fine to attack a low rate ranter like myself. Understandable that back then I sort of did deserve it for being somewhat of a idiot, but
Oh,
as
did
a
did
whole,
did, did anybody hear that? Because I think the point just flew right by his head and he completely missed. Yeah, yeah. Stop attacking me. I'm just a little guy. It couldn't be that maybe I'm fucking retarded and my point is invalid and that's why I deserve to be attacked. No, it's because you guys keep picking on me.
I didn't do anything personal to you guys. I just spoke my opinion, spoke my rights, spoke my freedoms, and you guys stated that I'm a complete and utter twat, an idiot, a moron, and a stupido, and I deserve to die.
Yeah,
It's
guys.
not
I mean, just because I said that DCE's girlfriend should get raped and lit on fire doesn't mean you got to be mean to me. It was just my fucking opinion.
necessarily that good. I didn't do anything personal to you, so why is it instantly personal if we commentate or talk about big random DCE? Another
Yeah,
point you
like
pointed out.
that time that I said Big Al should get put in a concentration camp, that was my fucking opinion. Why do you guys got to keep picking on me? I'm just a little guy. By the way, please subscribe. I need attention.
That I'm really sick and tired of, which is another thing. It's like, stop going all attacking defensive when you talk about the demanding people. To that I say, show me proof. Show me fucking proof. I want proof. I want evidence. Okay? That's friggin' demanding, by the way. Because what you guys are pretty much saying is that, oh, these people are demanding these videos. They're not requesting them. They're shoving it in our face. We should do rants. You guys need to do more reviews. I want them or else I'm gonna kill you when I get to your house. Yet you never show any proof. You never show any sort of private messages that they sent that said, I want this sort of stuff. You never sent any comments that said, I want this sort of stuff. If you show that, I would give you a little bit more liability than when you state that they
Okay,
suck
first
without any.
off, first off, it's credibility. Liability and credibility are two different things. Secondly, so you're upset with them because they're not going to betray the confidence, right, and the trust of private messages from a fan. You instead want them to ostracize the fans by using them as an example of being too demanding, right? I'm just getting this straight. First, you say they're picking on the little guy, and then you want them to pick on the little guy. So you have proof. Am I getting that right?
any sort of proof or evidence or straight up fact. So in a demanding offer, I would really wish if you could give me some evidence. Because because if you don't give me that, I'm just going to assume that you're pretty much saying that anybody that gives you a simple request, you're instantly going to say that's demanding. That's
First
what I'm
off,
going to.
that's called an argument from ignorance. Just because you can't understand that that could take place doesn't mean that it just suddenly doesn't exist. He doesn't, nobody needs to give you fucking proof. If you want to, find out if it's valid or invalid, the burden's on your ass, not on theirs. So just because people aren't, betraying the trust of a private message so you can feel satisfied that you have fucking evidence, that's not their fucking problem, man. That's yours. That's your fucking problem.
Put point. Next is why Random DC doesn't do handy dandy guides anymore, and the reason that I agree with Al in this point is that type in handy dandy guide on freaking YouTube, you're gonna find a shitload of unofficial handy dandy guides. Hell,
Oh,
I
hey,
was thinking
Metalmouth.
about doing
Hey, maybe DC doesn't do handy dandy guides because I don't know. He chose not to do fucking handy dandy guides. Who gives a shit what his reasoning is? His fucking video, his fucking choice. That's how it works. That's freedom. If he wants to do them, great. If he doesn't want to do them, great. His fucking choice, man. He could do whatever video he wants. It's his fucking space on the internet.
handy dandy guides. I'm twiddling with the fact after season 1 of Obama Crusades are up, which is pretty much going to be pretty soon. I'm running out of ideas to talk about him for, so season 2 will pretty much be a recap and a sum up and shit like that. Anyway, but HDGs are all over the place. You don't have to go to one liable person that created the HDG to get the facts and the straight up points and all that shit. So, yeah, don't just instantly brag and force random DC to do these things, even though there's a piss load of other people out on the internet that are doing HDGs. It's sort of like you're forcing somebody to do something that they're not supposed to do, even though there's many other sources out there that you could watch it for. So that one
Why
I
does
can
why does your
definitely.
voice keep going up every time you keep saying there's so many other sources for him? Kind of seems like you want, I don't know, shit on DCE. Like, oh, we don't need him. Other people are doing it. Fuck DCE. We can get this other places. Hey, fuck you, man. Fuck you.
Understand and definitely take in into consideration. Now, for the reason that he stopped was for the fan base. I think that's utter bullshit. I really do, because if that's it, if that's your thought process and stuff, then I I think that you should just close your account. All right, that's what I believe. That's what I stated in a few comments. I said if you don't like doing the videos that you make, just leave. All right, make
You
another channel.
pretentious little cunt. Are you fucking serious? If you don't like making the videos that you like to do, just leave. He doesn't have to fucking leave. Fuck you. There are, millions of accounts on YouTube, and all those, on those millions of accounts, never a video. Never made one fucking video. That's just a fucking account sitting there. It's up to the user to make content if they fucking choose to make content. Yeah, you can request it, but if they tell you I don't want to do it, that they don't need to give you a fucking explanation. Them saying I just, hey, I don't want to do it. There you go. Doesn't have to fucking leave. There's no criteria. There's no, there's nothing in the terms of service on YouTube that says if you don't satisfy Metalmouth44's criteria of making videos, you need to leave the site. God, you are so fucking full of yourself, man. It is just the shit. The smell of shit is just wafting off of you.
Channel where you do your videos and don't be uh like put into that sort of chapter, or better yet, my opinion, my thought, make two accounts, one in which you do the videos you want to do and the other one you do the other videos that people enjoy, let's put it that way. And the
Oh
ones that
my God! If you're the kind of guy who gets smacked in real life, aren't you? I can picture people just hitting you at random when you go up and introduce yourself. Make two accounts. One that people like to watch, and the other you can make that shit nobody likes to watch. What a harsh little critic you are. What have you ever made that's worth a goddamn? But you're going to sit there and basically criticize people who do make content that's decent on the merits of what they make and how they should make it? Fuck you. There's a difference between as a fan, requesting somebody to make something or suggesting something to them. But do you know where the difference between that and becoming an asshole is? If you keep doing it. If you ask somebody, would you make a video, or you suggest something to them, once they answer you the first time, end of fucking story. If you say, hey, would you keep making these videos? And they say, no, I just don't want to do it. End of fucking story. You keep going past that point, you're a dick.
You do yourself, the ones that you really like to do could be on the other channel where not everybody's going to complain like fuck about and all that
Are
shit.
you still
I think
talking
that's
about
going to be a
this?
10 times greater idea than just you saying fuck you, go die in a hole. I don't think that's a good thought process or idea, because what you do is pretty much alienate about all your fans. Big
That's
Al
right,
did this.
because all the fans signed a petition you started, right? You've got a piece of paper sitting somewhere that has all the fans, and they sign their name saying, Metalmouth speaks the truth. Fuck this guy, he's not making the videos we want. Oh, wait, no, I think you're wrong, because all the other videos that you think are shit have, what, all 5-star ratings and thousands of views? So all those fans you say that are so upset are actually watching the videos. It's just you sitting over here pissed off because your faggoty little suggestion on how to do the videos didn't get taken up by the person making them.
This Dark Scream sort of hinted at this. Darkness, I don't really care, because Darkness is pretty chill in my book.
Oh, of course you'd
Random,
like
he's
Darkness.
okay
Why
in my
didn't
book.
I see that coming?
I don't have any big flaws about him. I think he's a pretty decent YouTuber at the moment, you know. Uh, so what else is there that I can talk about? Oh yeah, the water under the bridge thing, where you talked about how Tuber was just bringing up another bringing up another thing under the thing after all the people were cleared out and done with. You stated in, I think, that part you were talking about how Elam, the reason why Elam's video, we didn't hate Elam's video because of Elam. We hated Elam's video because of the other people that talked. That sort of sounded like you were saying we hated those other people for stating their opinion. I didn't really like that sort of shit. It sort of is a little bit iffy. But
Hey everybody,
then
this is
you
called
talked about another thing
foreshadowing
that
for
really
his
didn't
videos that are
irritate me.
coming up where
Elam
everybody's going to hate him for his opinion.
editing his video, Mind Crush apologizing, T and Pan apologizing, and all that shit, and you say everything's good and fine. No, everything's not good and fine. The reason why is they shouldn't have apologized. They shouldn't have said, "Oh, I'm sorry, loyal master. Could I suck your dick now?" No, they shouldn't have done that. They
Oh
should
my
have
god,
said,
I'm surprised because I don't remember that from any of those videos where they said, I'm sorry, loyal master, I want to suck your dick now. God, you are the most pissed off person I've ever heard. You're so jealous and so angry that you don't have subscribers and people rating and 5-starring and favoriting your shitty little videos that you'll pick anybody with a big name and bitch at them in hopes that you'll get some attention. You are, by definition, an attention whore. You're the kind of guy who cuts himself before he goes to a party, so you'll get people saying, oh, poor baby, did you hurt yourself? Are you suicidal? Do you want me to, sit with you all night? God.
"This is my opinion. You don't like it. Tits or get the fuck out." They should have said that. That's how it's going to work. That's a better thing. If you don't like my opinion and you respond in an orderly manner, that's fine and dandy. But if you're just one of these assholes that expect me to apologize for something that I say, how about you go shove a cock up your ass and go fuck yourself? That's how I feel. Alright? Elam shouldn't have never even re-edited that video, because what he pretty much did was let you people win. He let
Wait,
you guys.
shouldn't have never even done that. Shouldn't have never, right? Double negative, so he should have. I'm glad you agree with us all. You can end the video now.
Win and not let his opinion win. He just showed that he's weak. He's weak to you guys, and that's just disgusting. That really is. It's disgusting. He shouldn't have edited that video. He shouldn't have re-edited it. He shouldn't have reposted it. He should have just kept it the way it was. That's my belief. If you have a problem with that, then I'm sorry. So those are all the points I can probably pick out right now. There's a few others where we talked about like how what's it like Tubers was acting like an ego fag. It's like, I do better audio than you can, and a few other shit, stuff like that. So yeah, two things before we go, Al. One, this is criticism. This is not me going ahead and calling you a fucking artard, a moron, a weeaboo, and bullshit. I'm just pointing out facts. If you call this hatred and
No, no, no,
attacking,
no, no, no. You didn't say anything that was a fact. I listened to this piece of shit you call a rant or a commentary, or whatever faggot title you're throwing on it, and all it was opinion. You whining about things that upset you, and how you want everybody to act in a way that pleases you, and how you want everybody to behave in a way that's pleasant to you. Fucking hell, attention whore.
I'm sorry, but this is where the point I'll use attacking methods here. You're a dumbass. Alright? This is pure criticism. You have a problem with it? I'm sorry.
Why do you keep
And
apologizing? Didn't you just go on about how all these other people shouldn't have apologized, and then every time you criticize somebody, you say, I'm sorry? You're the weak one, man. You can't even make a video in which you don't apologize.
uh, number two, once you post that 9/11 truthers rant, expect a response. Just saying. Peace
Yeah,
out,
so you'd
guys.
better not post it, hint, hint, wink, wink, or else I'm gonna come down on you, man, like a fucking mountain. Don't make me do the things that I'm thinking. I'm gonna one-star
Enjoy.
your video. By the way, you're stupid.
And Al, I do not hate you.
I
Again.
just want you to die. Oh, wait, did I say that out loud?
I'm just pointing out the facts.
Haven't
I
pointed out
thought there
any of
were
them yet.
a few things wrong with that video. Peace out.